Well, I believe that for media creators that are investing in their newsroom and in journalism and in fact-checking and editing and design and technology, those publishers who are doing those things, creating great experiences at a local, national, or global level, deserve a chance to ask their readers to pay to consume the content. Not everyone can do that. As a matter of fact, I would say that most content online should in fact be free, period. But for those of us who have started to test a meter model, I think that having multiple revenue streams coming in to the company is a positive one. So we're very early days on it, but the early results have been extremely positive. I'm not sure what to expect in the next 5 or 10 years, but one thing I've learned on the internet is just because something works today doesn't necessarily mean it will work tomorrow, and vice versa. So I believe that publishers who are creating journalism, which is different than creating content, in my opinion, publishers that are creating journalism that is driving value and relevancy at the local, national, or global level, investments being made into that journalism, not only does this create a wonderful experience for an advertiser, but also because the journalism can help drive such value for a reader, I think that today and into the foreseeable future, publishers that are creating this type of journalism can charge for their content. So Brand Connect is our fully integrated native platform that we're taking out to brands right now. And it has been extremely successful for us as we view native holistically as a place where brands can actually deepen relationships with specific members of a publisher's audience, in our case, the Washington Post. So if display advertising is about reaching millions and millions and millions and tons of impressions, we feel that native done well and done correctly will allow a brand, power a brand, to have a conversation, a deeper level of engagement, and build a relationship with a specific audience in a completely new way. So you'll see our brand studio working with our partners to edit, shape, curate headlines, stories, videos, infographics across the device spectrum, as I believe mobile is a critical aspect of native. And as we're doing this, we're constantly honing and testing what's working. We're seeing what type of audience member comes to the content. Yeah. We're seeing how much they're sharing the content, and perhaps most importantly, how much time they're spending with the branded content. What's working is when our brand studio works with a partner to actually edit, shape, and curate their existing content for the Washington Post's audience.
That sounds labor-intensive or expensive. You know, we're also hearing, on the other hand, in advertising, the rise of programmatic, in which advertisers are demanding ever greater efficiency and ever lower prices. How do you square those two?
Well, we believe that there is a huge opportunity at the Washington Post to lead in the advertising marketplace with innovation and invention, with idea-led selling that will help a brand deepen a relationship with our audience. And native is certainly a part, if not at the center of that. Also, we're watching data and trends out there that would indicate that native will be the single largest growth category in all of advertising. So we believe in resourcing against that. We believe in putting smart people, both within our company and those we're hiring to join the brand studio, into positions where we can help drive a deeper partnership with our advertisers through Brand Connect, our native platform. The Washington Post newspaper printed product is very much a Beltway, Capitol Hill, setting the agenda across policy shapers, opinion leaders, and the households throughout the Beltway every day. However, on the WashingtonPost.com, including across the device spectrum, we're now, according to ComScore, reaching over 25 million unique visitors from across the globe. Partially that's due to the fact that we are creating stories that put policy at the intersection of themes like technology and energy and manufacturing and entertainment and capital markets, including Wall Street. But also, we have hundreds of bureaus across the world creating content from very geospecific locations. So our growth will absolutely come nationally and internationally at the Washington Post.
What's the ethical and standards policy at the Post as far as branded content serves marketers and brands with editorial that is read by end consumers?
Well, Brand Connect, the first element in deepening a relationship between a brand and a reader of the Washington Post is trust. So clarity and transparency of labeling as to whose content it is the most important aspect to get right. Because once you lose or betray a reader's trust, you probably have lost them, not just from viewing advertising, but from consuming content. So we are relentless in our pursuit to be transparent with clarity. Then once you get underneath that, while we are certainly bringing ex-journalists on board into our brand studio, the brand studio is completely separate from the newsroom. The brand studio is on my team, the revenue side of the house, and so we are autonomous, separate, and do not overlap. So we made a very major investment in online video last year with the formation of Post TV, which has had an amazing start in creating premium storytelling video content for our audience. I think you'll see us continue to build upon that, and we'll be creating more and more video, we'll be telling more stories, utilizing more video content than ever before. You'll see us start to, or continue to lead stories with video, to surface more video, to promote more video, to get our affluent adult audience consuming more and more of it over the next 6 months. Also, mobile is a big area of growth for us in online video, native as well, because more and more of our advertising partners see the video template as a powerful way to tell a story to complement display advertising. So video, video, video at the Washington Post. We just launched another video initiative, a brand new one that we call Truth Teller. And Truth Teller utilizes a technology that can match voice to text. And in that, we can tell you if someone is lying or not. And what we found is that politicians tend to lie some. And so we had this in beta in the Virginia gubernatorial debates of last year, and it pretty much went live with the State of the Union that just occurred. We're expanding that so that it includes global views. For instance, we put Truth Teller on top of Putin's recent speech to the Russian parliament. You should check that out, as he did lie. We also are putting it on top of places where people are already watching video, like movie trailers. So this year, 6 of the 9 Best Picture nominees for the Oscars were based on true stories, like The Wolf of Wall Street. Well, it turns out he was never called a wolf, and he was never based on Wall Street, and Truth Teller would inform you of that. We'll continue to expand this in interesting ways, perhaps on top of TED Talks, maybe on past interviews with folks like A-Rod and others. So look for more of Truth Teller.
That's fascinating. That's going to be explosive.